Hello everyone and welcome to our weather update on Saturday, August 1st, 2026. So currently we have a little area, a little ridge of high pressure over us ahead of this next area of low pressure that will gradually meander in from the southwest. So it's gonna bring many areas some rain at times. However, again, it could be a struggle to get much rain into the southeast corner of England, where it is of course needed the most, let alone across France and Iberia. But for the current situation, we have some cloud around at times, especially across Scotland and Northern England, where a few light showers are pushing through today. Some heavier ones possibly over eastern and northern Scotland. Elsewhere, it's brighter, and some high cloud is pushing in towards Ireland and southern England, just turning that sunshine hazier at times. But overall, today isn't that bad, and temperatures are quite fresh. Right, so moving on to the KV, so you can see what's going on here. Some showers across the north, otherwise it's dry, and through today and through today and tonight, we'll see cloud thicken slowly from the west. Across Ireland first of all, then pushing into parts of Western England, and some rain will encroach onto the west coast of Ireland by morning. This at first mainly light, and for Britain it stays clear for most areas overnight. So starting off Sunday morning, many areas of Scotland, England and Wales start off with sunshine. However, for Ireland and Northern Ireland, well, cloudier, with only some limited hazy sunshine at best in the east early on. And this rainfall will gradually push its way eastwards. Well, it will become patchier, but I think for most areas of Ireland tomorrow, it will be quite a dull day with some patchy rain at times. Cloud thickening from the west over Britain, with the east holding on to the best of the hazy sunshine in the afternoon. Temperatures will rise in the south ahead of this area of low pressure. Now, through Sunday night, we'll see the rain fizzling out somewhat and pushing a bit further northwards. So by then, mainly over Scotland and Northern Ireland and Northern England. Meanwhile, it stays clearer for Northern Scotland, and behind this area of cloud at times, it will clear up again over parts of southern England, and that'll be within a warm air mass. Now, we see clearly a band of cloud and rain through Northern Ireland and Scotland there, starting on Monday morning, and that'll be a warm front. Behind that, across parts of Ireland, Wales and England, it will be warm, humid, muggy, and in sunshine, hot at times, especially in the southeast. Meanwhile, this area of low pressure will just pass to our northwest, most likely. So the heaviest rain will be again across these more western and northern areas. So let's see how that unfolds into Monday. So Monday again, rain will be heavy and prolonged across Scotland and Northern Ireland, parts of Ireland too. Some showers into Wales and parts of southwest England, but apart from that, mainly dry and turning hot as well across some areas. Maybe some heavier showers for a time into the Midlands and Northern England on Monday evening, and across Ireland as well. Now, through the overnight period from Monday to Tuesday, again, some heavy showers and possibly thunderstorms will break out across Ireland, possibly into Cornwall and Devon, and Northern Ireland, Scotland as well. So generally, some showers and downpours and some heavier rain, some more prolonged rainfall across central and northern Scotland as well. Elsewhere, staying mostly dry. A few showers around here and there, but much drier compared to areas further west and north. Now, through Tuesday, again, so we cleared that area of rainfall from Scotland. Heavy showers across more western regions, drier in the east. So it's quite a messy pattern here. But even on Tuesday, some big downpours breaking out across central and southern England, again across eastern Scotland, northern England, maybe Ireland as well. And the UKV anyway does on Wednesday show some big beefy downpours forming across Kent, London, home counties and East Anglia on Wednesday. That would be quite good. Although if you have very heavy rainfall like that falling onto dry ground, it can easily run off, cause flash floods, and so on. And either way, if these do form, they'll be quite localized, pop-up storms. You know what I mean? So not the most useful form of rain for these areas, but just a hint there. I think for the south of England, it's unlikely that very unlikely that you'll see any, prolonged rainfall, like prolonged moderate rainfall for a few hours. That's what you need to really soak the ground thoroughly. These will cause runoff and some hazards if they do form. And again, if they do form, there'll be more scatters and hit and miss. And into Thursday, well, it looks like towards the end of the week, it will dry out a bit as high pressure tries to build in there from the west. So here's the temperature forecast. So temperatures, again today, quite fresh, much fresher than many days of the summer so far. Now into tonight, again, a fresh night especially across central and northern areas. Again, much fresher than many nights of the summer so far, indeed. But apart from early June, that was quite fresh, quite cool. Since then, being quite warm almost every night, really. Tomorrow, Sunday, temperatures, as I said, in the south will start to creep back upwards. So looking at high 20s again across central and southern England. Ireland is like high teens, under the cloud and rain. Wales, northern England, mid-20s. Also, those values down towards the Midlands and East Anglia. But for Scotland and Northern Ireland, you're more in the high teens, if not mid-teens, across the far north. So, heading through Sunday evening, Sunday night, you can see what's happening here. So temperatures are not lowering that much across England and Wales. So it will be quite a warm night, especially further southeast. Dew points show that well. Across the southeast, you're looking at 14 or 15 degrees, combined with temperatures of around 17 or 18. That does make for quite high humidity levels, and therefore quite a sticky night. Temperatures, back to temperatures. So, over into Monday. Monday sees a sharp gradient in temperature. So Scotland stays quite cold under rainfall because the warm front won't have cleared through Scotland at that point. It actually won't ever clear through Scotland, actually. Scotland stays quite wet throughout Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as the low sort of like passes over Scotland. So warm fronts will sort of like halt there and then shift off with the low. So, but south of it, much warmer as you expect. Ireland, high teens, low 20s. Same goes for Northern England. Wales is even hotter in the mid to high 20s, but across parts of England, especially here, central, southern England, low 30s, possibly mid 30s. Like I think a high of locally 34, 35 is possible near London. More widely 31, 32, 32, 33. So yeah, quite a hot day on Monday, and humidity will be lower than the heat wave from June. So dew points are actually going to be quite low on Monday afternoon itself. So, but nonetheless, it will be a hot day, and the effects will be felt. Caution is advised, and I think humidity will rise into Tuesday as the low pressure draws nearer. So into Monday night, again, many areas of southeast England seeing a tropical night where temperatures don't drop below 20 degrees Celsius. So a very uncomfortable night there for sleeping. Dew point looking at really quite humid across southeast, so it will be uncomfortable for sleeping. About 50 to 80% humidity there, so it's going to be quite sticky, oppressive in those high temperatures. So Tuesday, temperatures not as extreme, still quite harsh across the east of England, and widely mid-20s, high 20s, cooler across western and northern areas. And on Tuesday, I think that dew points will rise because low pressure and milder air and more moisture in there will become involved. So you see that quite nicely. Actually, some quite high dew points there, and humidity will respond like that. So Tuesday could feel quite sticky, combined with those downpours and storms possibly breaking out, and into Wednesday. So clearly for Tuesday Wednesday time frame, no problem with humidity. Temperatures perfect really. High temperatures, high humidity, of energy courtesy of that area of low pressure. All that matters is that the parcels of air can really thrust up there into the upper atmosphere. So as long as Tuesday's atmosphere isn't capped too much, I think storms will form quite well over many areas. And into Wednesday, again, warm, sultry night, especially in southeast, cooling down across Ireland, Scotland, Northern England. As the low starts to shift away, we'll pull in a fresher northerly airflow behind that. Wednesday itself, again, temperatures a bit down from Tuesday. Warmest again across England, especially in southeast. Cooler in northwest. And Wednesday night, well, all areas going back down to a fresher temperature. So that's as the heat and humidity shifts away with the area of low pressure to the east, putting down a cooler northerly airflow, and skies will clear as high pressure tries to build in from the west. So here's the GFS 6-hour run. So again, the high pressure over Greenland and Iceland, ridging down towards us. So currently it's cool and dry. Low pressure is cut off to our southwest, and that will be trying to push in through tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, only slowly because it is struggling against high pressure. But now I think we can say with confidence that it will move in. And watch this low especially. It really does start to deepen to our west and tracks over Ireland and Northern England and Scotland. So that will bring a risk of rain showers and storms next week. And of course, notice that around the low on Monday and Tuesday, we do pull in the wind from quite a warm direction there. So some really quite hot air will get mixed in with that low, again helping to trigger some more intense downpours. And as low pressure is involved, it will naturally bring in some cooler temperatures in the upper atmosphere, and that can help convection and break some caps. Into midweek period, so again, that area of low pressure goes through to the east and takes the heat with it, and we're left in a cooler, fresher flow from northwest. High pressure, though, is trying to build in from the west there. It's taking a long time to respond to me. It's quite slow, actually. Okay, we're back. So, again, into the weekend, we're still quite cool, quite showery. High pressure to our west. Let's see what happens beyond that. Well, high pressure tries to ridge over us by August 11th. That brings us drier and warmer weather for a time. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so we're trying by the 13th to go back into a westerly wind. Overall, quite flimsy, quite flabby. I'm not sure I'd take this run too seriously. Looks a bit unconvincing. So here is the rainfall forecast from GFS. So again, you can see this starts on Monday at midday, by the way. It's blocked by this as 6 p.m. Monday. Okay, could be in for a rise. Or I will refresh the page. Hopefully that helps things. This website can be a bit patchy at times in terms of speed and so on. So let's go back to Monday at 12. There we go. Get rid of this. Cool. So into the evening, again some heavier showers and rainfall into Ireland, Scotland. Very little still across much of England and Wales. Okay, so again, a lot of the rain is focused across the northwest of the country. of Ireland in the UK. Same for Tuesday. Some showers across more central and eastern regions, but again, the heaviest rainfall is across the west and northwest. And beyond that, well, the low clears away, and it takes much of the rain with it away to the north. So very little doing across many areas of actually many areas of central, eastern, and southern England stay dry with that. So I don't know what it is, but there's always just a bit of trouble getting it into the southeast, despite low pressure being in charge, at least in summertime. So here's the ECM. Apologies, it is a bit slow. Okay, so again, low pressure tries to push in through Monday and Tuesday. It does so. It tracks across us, but again, it might really be a high demand, a big ask to bring some rain with that, even into the south. It's centered towards Scotland, so of course the heaviest rain will be there, and it pushes away by Thursday to leave us in a cooler run of westerly winds. Some showers at times in the north, otherwise it's dry in the south, actually quite akin to what's going on right now. And over the weekend, well, it's really slow, it's quite annoying, never mind. High pressure is through the country, so dry with that, and quite warm in the south, I would have thought. Temperatures might be rising a little bit here. Beyond that, into next week, hopefully this works, we bring up a more southerly airflow, so it goes warmer and more humid, combined with this area of low to the west. Actually almost seems to be a repeat of this week. And the low pressure tries to come through, maybe thundery with that. Most of the rain, again, I suppose, will be in the west and north, given that the low is all the way up there. And by the 16th, we're looking quite showery. So here's the rainfall forecast from the ECM. Again, starting on Monday at 12 p.m. 6 p.m, most of the showers are in the west. And as we go overnight into Tuesday, it's a bit weird. I will again refresh the page because I think that's the easiest way to solve this problem. Yeah, I think it could be a lot of people trying to possibly access this, or just some difficulties over with them. So again, you can see heavy rain, some showers, and maybe some thundery downpours across Ireland, Wales, Scotland, Monday evening into Tuesday. Well, some forming quite widely, even some into Kent and London area. Notice that. It's Tuesday morning, again, main focus is across Scotland, Ireland, Northern England, Wales. Some across Midlands and Southern England there by Tuesday lunchtime. And yeah, so okay. Once again, if you live in Kent on the south coast or East Anglia, you're really struggling, even with this pattern. All other areas see a good chance of some downpours or rain or storms, whatever, but it's driest always in the southeast, and the low pulls away into Thursday to leave us in a drier flow. UK Met Run. So once again, cooler and drier the weekend. Low pressure tries to attack from the south. Well, I say attack, but actually bring some useful rain up from the south. You'd have thought that with that, across parts of the south, you might be seeing some more thunderstorms, but that's not really the case. Despite low pressure being really quite dominant and influential, even there, it's just a struggle sometimes to break the cap or get the winds aligned correctly, that convection, and so on. Lifting, so on. Main frontal lifting will be across the west and north with this area of low pressure. Less lifting across the southeast could be why. Beyond that, we go into a cooler and dry pattern until the weekend, where it does start to warm, where again it starts to warm up. There's thundery troughs to the southeast, southwest, high pressure to the east. Between that, we bring up the wind from a hot southeasterly direction. You see some very hot air just to our southeast. Here is the rainfall forecast from the UK Met Run. So again, we're actually with the trough a bit further eastwards. Yes, we do see some downpours forming even across the southeast for a time. And actually, I think UK Met Runner's best of the models so far for really quite a more widespread soaking. See, even on Wednesday, a lot of the blues are focused across central, southern, and southeast England. So this is the best if you want some more rainfall for all areas, including Kent. Okay, GEM. Once again, we watched that area of low pressure making inroads from southwest. It tracks over Ireland, Scotland, over Ireland and Scotland. So again, it would be quite hard to get the rainfall into the southeast corner. That low pulls away by Wednesday and Thursday. We're into a run of cooler westerly winds, quite dry, apart from a few showers in the north, nearer these areas of low pressure near Iceland, Norway, Iceland, Scandinavia, and Svalbard and the Arctic. And okay, so next weekend, high pressure ends up ridging up over the country, bringing dry and fine weather with it. Maybe a few showers in the south at the start of next week, and with that, it will also warm up. GEM rainfall forecast. Again, starting on Monday at lunchtime. So in the evening, again, showers and whatnot across the west and across Ireland and Scotland, and notice some heavy downpours, even possibly threatening parts of the southeast there. Bit of instability. That's a glitch. So Tuesday 6 a.m, there's a possibility that on Monday evening we see some showers and storms breaking out across southeast England. But most of the rainfall, like the prolonged rainfall, is really reserved for Scotland, parts of Ireland and Wales. You see, really, that is the focus of it on Tuesday at 6 a.m. Other areas are dry. Same at 12 p.m, same at 6 p.m. It just keeps raining across the northwest. Meanwhile, all of it misses the southeast of England. A few showers possible on Wednesday, actually. But apart from that, the low clears away, taking the rain potential with it, and leaving us in the drier flow away from Scotland, where it does keep on staying showery. As always, Icon once again watching that low pressure trying to make inroads. It is trying, except I think we could do with the centre being a bit further eastwards. As it is, the Icon takes the low. Excuse me, guys. Takes the low across Ireland and Scotland again. So I think with that, it'll be quite difficult to get rainfall into the southeast corner. With that particular outcome. And we end up with the low scooting off towards Scandinavia. Behind that, high pressure does build in from the west, and we're left in a run of cooler westerly winds, dry for most areas, apart from showers, and possibly some more areas of frontal rain in Scotland. And by next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, high pressure once again establishing from the west, bringing dry, fine weather, and a recovery in temperature. So unfortunately, the UK view on Icon does not work, so we have to do it from this wider view of Europe. So pushing through, you can see what's happening here. Monday evening, most of the blue blobs and the green blobs are across the west, which is Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and so on. And that's, let's see what happens on the next frame. Tuesday midnight, again, same pattern, very little across central, southern, and eastern England, at that point anyway. 6 a.m. Tuesday, what's happening here? Again, all of it's missing the southeast. It's scooting off towards the west and north, very little elsewhere. Tuesday afternoon, will we see some showers across the east of England? No, a lot of it's just across Ireland, Scotland, Northern England again. And then I think that's it. Some really heavy rainfall for Scotland. And then the low just scoots off without leaving a drop over the parched soils of Kent. And yeah. Right, so finally we have the arpege. I'll just refresh that as we're now fully updated up to 114 hours. So once again, the arpege has that low tracking in. and moving across Ireland and Scotland again. So you can see, it's just much harder if the low tracks across the northwest. It's actually, I think, over the last day or two, it's trending northwards actually, and become deeper. So that means it'll just mean the rainfall becomes more confined towards the northwest as usual, and gets heavier. Meanwhile, southeast really, really scraping the bottom there of the barrel, really scraping the barrel, and low scoots off, probably without leaving that much rain over the southeast. I doubt it. We'll check the rainfall forecast, and it's like, and once this updates, yeah, we're into a drier run of winds from northwest. A few showers in the north, but what's new about that? Finally, we'll round off with the arpège. Actually, no, I think we'll also have a look at the ensembles from GFS, just to see what the rainfall is looking like over the next few weeks. So, arpège, once again, you can see big dark blotches across Ireland, Scotland, Northern England. Very little getting into Midlands, Central, Southern England. And that's how it stays. A few showers maybe into Midlands, but really these dark blotches are really reserved. Again, anywhere northwest of this line. And the low scoots off. Maybe if some more rain in the back edge. But across the parched grounds of the south and southeast, again, I think that could be a write-off, depending on how lucky you are with convection convergence lines hopefully forming along. Sea breeze convergence or something. Any frontal lifting might generate some rainfall. Okay, let's go here. So let's look at UK and Ireland's ensembles for precipitation. So these spikes all show, an ensemble that's forecasting rain. So let's start in the north of Scotland at Inverness. So I bet that'll be very wet. Yes, it is very wet at the start of the week. A lot of spikes showing up, no problem there. Let's go to Glasgow. Again, that'll be very wet, won't it? Glasgow, yeah, very wet. Belfast, going to be wet. Yes, it is. Dublin will be wet, won't it? Yes, it it is. It's starting to get a bit less wet though. Let's go somewhere like where do we go? Manchester. Manchester, again, less wet. See what's happening here? The further east and south we go, the less wet it gets. Cork. Cork looks a bit wetter actually. A bit further west. Let's go to Cardiff. Cardiff, drier. Birmingham. Yeah, about the same as Cardiff really. Peterborough in the east. Be dry probably. Yeah, actually maybe a few showers. London, actually a few showers in London. I'm quite surprised by that, but you can see either way, markedly less wet compared to, say, the areas of Scotland, Ireland, Northern England. So, yeah. Even with the low coming in, parts of the southeast might stay relatively dry. So, yes, watch this space. Watch this space. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you. Bye for now.